Can you tell a narcissist that they are a narcissist? This video is why you cannot tell them that they are indeed a narcissist. Well, actually, technically speaking, you can say to them that, hey, do you know you're a narcissist? Is this a good idea? Will this make them see what they are doing wrong? Will this get them to change? Is a question that I do get asked a lot. The quick answer is no. As most of us like to know an explanation as to why it's not wise to call them out on a personality disorder, here's a video to explain more. I'm Elizabeth Shaw. Welcome to the channel, which is all about the narcissistic personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, ways to recover, and how to handle them if you cannot go no contact. Thank you for all the support for the returning subscribers. I hope life is going well for you now. And if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell if you'd like notifications. Firstly, we cannot really go around diagnosing others unless qualified to do so, and we do all have the capability of acting narcissistic, especially when around narcissistic people. This doesn't necessarily make them a narcissist, as in having the narcissistic personality disorder, and we shouldn't go around judging others or presuming things about others. However, abuse is abuse. Narcissist or not, it's abuse and it's unacceptable. Yet when we've lived through the abuse by a narcissistic person, learning about the disorder helps people to understand the pattern of their partners, parents, boss, siblings, whoever the narcissist is in your life. It helps us understand their behaviour. It helps us understand why they do what they do. It helps us know what happened to us, that no matter what we do to help them, it's who they are, and all they'll ever do is keep hurting us. Trained professionals cannot always diagnose a narcissist, as they are a compulsive liar and highly skilled at manipulating those around them. The narcissist is often very good at fooling professionals, as well as they fool most people. Those professionals that work with a narcissist over a long period of time get to see their patterns of behaviour and know what they are dealing with. Personally, those who've lived the abuse, watched the patterns of behaviour, learned about the disorder, are the best to understand what kind of person they are dealing with, and once we know what we are dealing with, we know how to handle them if we cannot do no contact. Life is about learning, and when we don't know about something, we just don't know. Just like a toddler learning how to walk, when they don't know how to, they don't. They get up one day and learn. Part of that is seeing how others do it and learning how to do it for themselves. When we don't know about narcissism, we don't know. We continue to try and help them. Often through the narcissist's gaslighting, we often end up blaming ourselves. Then when we stumble across the narcissistic personality disorder, we can begin to learn what has happened to us and what to do about it to live a happier life for us. Some narcissists, especially narcissistic psychopaths, are extremely dangerous, so you do need to be extremely careful. And although stories can be eerily similar, the narcissist might have a disorder which makes them act very similar, yet they are individuals. Some are just extremely negative, toxic, hurtful people, and this is never good to be around. Yet those people who put you down, if it means you can still see other family members by not cutting them off, and you can learn why they do what they do, sit back, not letting their negativity impact your emotions, and just think, they're doing projection, they're blame shifting, the good old silent treatment, a bit of peace and quiet, and no longer feed them your attention, slowly distancing your emotional connection to them. Yet do not call them out on their behaviour, as we do also have to learn to take responsibility for ourselves, take back control of our own thoughts, feelings and actions. After being poisoned by a narcissist, by not letting others' toxic words bring us down. It can be challenging to get our heads around, yet once achieved, when we learn not to take things personally that we wouldn't do or say to others, when we understand that the problem is with the other person and not with us, when we take responsibility for our own actions and within our own minds pass responsibility back to the other person for theirs, we become so much happier. It's about taking back control of our minds, our thoughts, our happiness and who we are. There's no wrong in self-reflecting. That's how we learn. Thinking, were my actions wrong? Did I make a mistake? And then knowing if you did, change it. If you didn't, leave it. You don't have to get clarification from those people who continue to bring you down about your thoughts or feelings. Those who continue to dismiss how you feel are not the people you want to go to ask about how you're feeling. They will just continue to tell you that you're insecure or you're overreacting. And you have to learn to know within yourself that you're not being insecure or you're not overreacting. They're your thoughts and your feelings, and if another person isn't willing to at least see it from your point of view, you don't need to go to that person for understanding, because they will never give it to you. If you have empathy towards others, if your intentions are good, if you mean well, it's not your problem what others think about you. That is for them and not for you. In a world where people feel the need to put others down, the reality is somewhere along the line they possibly lost their sense of self or never developed it. They most likely lost their self-esteem. Then all people have a choice. Everyone gets some form of knockbacks in life. Everyone has outside situations, everyone gets hurt and everyone makes mistakes. However, everyone has a choice to live a positive, healthy living, to love themselves for who they are, looking for the good, learning from mistakes, leaving the errors in the past and take the lessons with them. There are so many hurt people that help people. Then the choice to be negative, have toxic self-love, to stay stuck in the pain, stay in the anger and the resentment. And those hurt people, not always, try to bring others down to make themselves feel better, which ultimately they don't recognise makes them feel worse. And unless they break the cycle, they will hit a pattern of repeat, never learning, never growing, destroying others and eventually destroying themselves. No one has the right to bring others down. At the same time, your beliefs are for you, and how people want to live their lives is for them. This does not give anyone the right to harm another, and we do need to learn our boundaries, and boundaries are for you, whatever they are for you in your life. They are yours. You're an individual. And if by saying yes to someone else, it means you're saying no to yourself, it needs to be a no. As when we say yes to others for things we don't want to do just to please them, keep them happy, hoping they will like us, this only manifests negative emotions within ourselves, especially when the person we say yes to never or rarely says yes to us. We have to learn to be ourselves, and if people like us for who we are, great. If not, they are not the people we need within our lives. We have to learn to distance ourselves from those who want to see us fail, and also learn the difference between those who believe they are helping when they don't think we can do something because they don't want to see us hurt or see us fail, and those who simply don't want us to achieve something. Sometimes people's ideas are a little out there, especially if we cannot see it. Just like the light bulb itself. If someone had spoken about the light bulb years before it was invented, they would have been laughed at, doubted by many, and those who simply thought it was impossible, and those that might have stood by them and helped. Yet Thomas Edison had an imagination, an idea, and invented the light bulb with the fantastic self-thought process of, I haven't failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that it won't work. Many of life's failures are people who do not realise how close they were to success when they gave up. I'm not saying we don't give up on a narcissist and keep trying. As someone who is abusive towards you mentally or physically and both, you need to distance yourself from safely. I'm saying use your imagination and don't worry what others say. And I'm not saying everyone become an inventor. You have to live your life doing what's right for you and whatever that dream is for you. Never letting others put you off. No matter how hard it is, keep going. If you see someone doing something that you'd like to do, know that that's possible for you. Hard work, perseverance, willpower and determination will get you through. Never give up on you, who you are or who you want to be. Abuse is never your fault. When you're trying to be a right person while they slowly manipulate you, this is on them. They took advantage of your kind nature. They exploited you. They are con artists who commits fraud against others by manipulating, fooling and tricking genuine people out of so many things. So the narcissist can take advantage of them. Again, some narcissistic psychopaths and sociopaths can be extremely dangerous, so always put your safety first. Unfortunately, narcissism is a very real part of our society, so we have to learn to either not react, to go no contact, grey rock, or level up. For the ones that are currently in our lives, then we have to learn our boundaries, how to say no, and discover who we indeed are, so toxic people cannot bring us down in our present or our future. Learning to observe people, not absorb, to not rush in, and genuinely get to know someone. Also, our self-worth, our self-love, our self-trust, listening to those instincts, whether we understand what they are telling us or not, as they are usually right. And when we think of those times around a narcissist that something just fell off, yet we had no idea what, so completely ignored it and carried on, be grateful you learned what your instincts are. I say be grateful as it's straightforward to look upon the negative in life. Hurtful things that have happened and are real, and some are to the extremes. I know some of the hideous things that I went through, and the stories I hear from others are genuinely heartbreaking. And because it's real, because it's reality, because it happened, it's easy to look for those things. Yet when we stay stuck in the past, we carry the past into our future, and this will not serve us. We have to let go of the past, leave it where it belongs and move on to our future. We also have to switch our mindset to looking for the good, looking to those things that we can be grateful for, those things that make us blessed, those things that make us happy. And this can be extremely challenging, especially when left homeless and with nothing. The thing is, when we stay locked in the past, we remain locked on the negative. The narcissist then still has power and control over our minds. Anxiety is real, depression is real, CPTSD is real, trauma bonding is real. The only way to break these is by working on ourselves, and as we are individuals, it's about finding what works for you. And you might find it first time round, yet while we dwell on the negatives, it's not going to help us heal. Yes, people can have done some of the most damaging, hurtful things to us, and how you want to feel is how you want to feel. Yet, are you feeling happy, feeling hatred? Are you happy wanting revenge? As wanting revenge is keeping your mind locked on them and not you. The best revenge is finding your happiness, and once you find it, you know why it's best. So, people want to call out a narcissist for a few reasons that I've come across so far, as people love and care for the narcissist due to object consistency, meaning even when there is conflict or distance, you still care for the other person, or empathy because you care and want to help others and see others be happy, or trauma bonding when you just want the person who hurts you the most to wake up, see what they are doing and be the person you love. We often think if the narcissist can just see what they are doing, they will learn and stop. This will not work. They have a disorder, and even if they found ways to cope, they would need to do so much inner self-work to change. Yet they do not see themselves as a problem, and people who go around blaming all others do not see what they might need to change within themselves. Most healthy people blame themselves for long enough around a narcissist, and it's hard enough changing our thinking and understanding to what happened. People can always offer advice, and those seeking a better life will listen, take the things that resonate with them and try until they find what works for them. A narcissist is not listening to you. They're not interested in your feelings, your thoughts, your opinions. They're just doing whatever is necessary to take what they want from you. With all their abusive, toxic, hurtful ways, we just want them to see what they are doing to us and to others. Again, this will not work as they don't see themselves as the problem. They are not interested in listening with a narcissist unless it's about them in a good way. They're not interested in listening to what you have to say. When someone has been so abusive, we want them to acknowledge what they have done, show us they care, and apologise for their hurtful ways, recognising what they do to others, and then stop doing it. This telling them that they are a narcissist and what they do, it doesn't work. Someone who lacks in empathy doesn't have the emotional empathy to care for your thoughts or feelings. They will not stop. It's hard enough getting control of ourselves when we blame ourselves. As a narcissist blames all others, they are in the mindset that you are the one who needs to change. So it then becomes a battle of wills. A narcissist who always believes they are right and you are wrong. And you who believes if you can just get them to see what they do, you can help. And even those who see don't have the empathy to care for what they do to you or what they do to others. It's an incredible feeling to learn about everything you've been through, that there is a reason behind it. And those light bulb moments hit one by one. The narcissist personality disorder gives you so much clarity. And as caring as a person as you might be, and you've found the answers and want to let them know, you've found the answers for you. You can put reality back together and rebuild your life for you. Give yourself the closure. However, you cannot share with them. The thing is, someone on the disorder hates criticism. They feel superior. So to be told they have a disorder, they will feel criticised. They need to feel in control and above all others. So to be told they have a disorder, and when they feel they are perfect, and people with disorders, I'm not saying anything about disorders, I'm just speaking about the narcissist personality disorder. So to be told they have a disorder is not something most narcissists will accept. And as most never take responsibility and blame those around them, they will shift this blame all onto you. There's people with other disorders that learn about the disorder and find ways to manage it, help themselves. A narcissist does not want to help themselves. Those with a narcissist personality do not see themselves as a problem. And we can all be problematic. We can even stand in our own way, and through self-doubt or fear cause problems within our own lives by standing in our own way. Yet most people can work through these if they wish to do so. So should you call a narcissist out on their personality? Easy answer is a question. What happened when you have previously called them out on their behaviour? Projection, gaslighting, silent treatments. If you hadn't, I wouldn't, or the blame shifting. If you try to tell a narcissist they are a narcissist and they're just going to call you the narcissist. They're just going to bring you down, twist the story, use it in their smear campaign against you. When you try to let them know what they are or what they potentially are, what they have, they are going to hit rage. And some, not all, are extremely dangerous, which isn't a place you want to put yourself. Once we understand the disorder, so many want to bring it to the narcissist's attention. And for some, it's to try and achieve the impossible that others haven't achieved. the narcissist to see what they do, to accept responsibility for their actions and to stop hurting people. And as nice as this would be, it'll not happen. All the methods people have tried so far, including professionals, have not worked. Including professionals that have been attempting to help them tactfully. When you tell a narcissist they are a narcissist, they will twist it all onto you. They'll probably add into their own smear campaign against you, doing all they can to hurt you. You're not going to get honest answers or apologies from them. It's just not in their nature. When we call them out on any behaviour, most will make our lives worse. So calling them out on what they are and trying to explain to them, most will make life worse for you. And if you're not in a place where you don't feel the need to call them out, you will be the one that ends up feeling worse. The best outcome and the best way to get justice on a narcissist is by learning to protect yourself, your children, or others around them. By slowly learning not to respond or react to their behaviour, by observing what they are doing and no longer playing their games. When you start to pull away, they might up their toxic games to get reactions from you, or they might begin to re-idolise you to draw you back in, slowly distancing yourself from their negative toxic behaviour to you, whilst working on you and a much happier life for you is what you need to do. Should you call a narcissist a narcissist? No. Those who have, please let me know the reactions you received in the comments to help others. I shall add some videos in the description on signs you're dealing with a narcissist, no contact, grey rock and level up, and don't argue with a narcissist, also how they invalidate you to help you understand more. There is also a link in the description to the online course, which is a step-to-step guide to help you recover. And remember, wherever you are, whether you're at the start of the journey, middle, you will recover from this. Just keep learning, keep working on you at the same time. The most important thing, as well as learning about the disorder and what you've been through, is working on yourselves, working on who you want to be for you. Find the information on the internet that resonates with you, that helps you process it all, that helps you work through it. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.